A beautiful, wonderful, happy Sunday to each and every one of you. My name is Ehi Enakimio. I'm just coming on live today to kick things off, to get things started. And what are we talking about today? Well, first of all, so much is happening around the globe. And some events, well, I won't be going political, but then, of course, it has to be mentioned at this time that something monumental is about to happen across the globe, especially when it comes to the political scene in America. It's something that's definitely going to affect much more than just the politics. It's going to affect even our field of entertainment and so much more. But hey, that's another topic for another day. Let's see what happens as the week goes by. As perhaps a lot of you have noticed, if you're going to see this, if you're watching this now, and if you're going to see this on replay sometime later, you can tell that, okay, at some point in your life, you just have to accept the fact, accept the way things are for what they are. And you can see I already have my 4 eyes glued in. You just have to accept that, the eyes aren't the way they used to be anymore. And you have to accept that sometimes I've been avoiding them for quite a while, but hey, just live with it, deal with it. Yeah. So that's where I am. So what am I going to be talking about today? I just want to, officially introduce the event that's going to be taking place on the 7th of December. We're talking about AAMU. I'll put up the promo again once more so that you can see what it looks like. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the African Arts and Music Festival. It's a first of a kind this year. We're just kicking it off this year. Essentially, the idea behind it is, apart from the stuff that we have featured on it, we're talking about live bands, we're talking about African food, we're talking about fashion across Africa. We're also talking about live theater. And we have something for the kids also. We're talking about kids story time. I know that at least some of you, at least for me, I can speak for myself, that growing up, I was able to sit with my grandparents. A lot of you probably have had that experience, and it didn't matter or doesn't matter on what continent you experienced it. People, nobody tells the stories better than the grandparents, grandma or grandpa, because of they're more reliable. In some ways, you trust them because they have that experience. When they're telling the stories, it has some level of authority in it because you think and feel that they have experienced so much of it. So when they tell it, it is totally different from when maybe your teacher tells it or when your parents tell it. So it's totally different. So that kind of experience is what we're hoping to generate. That kind of feeling is what we're hoping to generate with the kids when they come on the 7th of December. Now, kids under the age of 10 will be entering for free. So between 14, that's between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., kids can come in for free. Then other things will be happening as that continues. We'll be having a lot of shows. We'll be having the theater in between all of that, and the live bands will be taking place. We'll be performing there on the day. Well, I'll also, before we continue and tell you more about it, I'd like to give props to the partners so far that we have. We're talking about Mama Africa, we're talking about Afias, we're talking about Irina Virtanen, who is a firebrand when it comes to the fashion scene across Finland, across Helsinki. She often organizes quite a lot of it. She has hands typically in most of the events that go on. So a big thank you to her for, agreeing to be part of this project. We've also got Ali Moose. We're talking about one of the, I would say, very, very original, very rustic venue that we have in Helsinki today, which has also offered to house this event for the very first time. Now you can go to Alamo's webpage, and if you see on Facebook, just click and get access to the to the advance ticket so that you can, get that out of the way and make sure you're there. Come and experience Africa from a different perspective. Experience Africa where we combined Africa, the original African setting, with what we have today. So it's a totally different experience. And then a big thank you also to Shisha Jed, who will be hosting the event. And just to let you guys know that we will keep you abreast of how the planning is going and how everything is going as the days get closer and closer. So we're just over a month before then. So make sure you're there. And of course, we would like to give a big thank you to the fashion house that is offering to showcase what they have and get the models out so that you see and experience Africa from that perspective. Also, we're talking about fashion on display. We're talking about African fashion on display. So let me just post this again so that you get to see what I'm talking about. So that's that. And a bit of it there. So we have Prince Nean coming on live as one of the performers on the day. So yeah, so that's what we're looking forward to on the 7th of December in Helsinki. In Helsinki, we're talking about Pengerkatu 11 in Helsinki from 14:00 hours to 22. So make sure you're there. It's really going to be fun place for, so it's a family event also. Kids are allowed in, so much happening. We've got live bands, African food, and you want to come and be part of that, or the amazing delicacy that will be being served on the day. So make sure you're there. So that's what we're talking about. And if there are any questions, anything that you would like to know, you can either get in touch with the folks at Alimus, or you can write me, directly. This is me on Facebook. I'm Ehi Enakimio on Facebook. I'm Ehi Enakimio on Instagram and all other platforms that you will find me there. One thing that is very important is that I think across the globe, I know that the issue of Afrobeats is quite popular now. Everybody seems to be jumping on board that genre right now. But there's more to Africa. There's more to the African culture than just Afrobeats music. So that's an angle that we're taking a look at, and that's the angle that we're hoping that we will take you into. I mean, we're still going to have a lot of music. We're still going to have DJs playing on the day, playing all the popular songs that you do know. But it's also important to showcase, especially with storytelling. So it's a key part of the African culture. Yeah, before all the music, before the Afrobeats, before all the other things, we always had storytelling as part of the African culture. So that is something that we're putting as part of this. So after all, it is about African art, it is about African music, it is about the African culture. So a totality of everything that goes into putting the African culture on display, at least from our perspective for this time, for the very, very first AAMU festival. So that's what we want you to be a part of. So we don't want you to miss that, be a part of it. So there will be Prince Nean live band. Prince Nean and the Negros will be there. So currently, well, he's not been able to join this broadcast. We're hoping he would be, but he's not been able to join this broadcast. So, but we'll just tell you, he is an amazing artist, and his band also. We'll put a link with all the advertising material, the marketing material that we put out. There will be a link so that you can get to feel and enjoy what kind of music that he plays. So that's out there. So once again, make sure you join us on the 7th of December. That's just over a month for AAMU Festival. That's the African Arts and Music Festival, with live bands, African food, fashion, theater, kids story time, and so much more. I would also like to mention that we have another band, a live band performing. We have Art Showcase. We have West, who is quite popular in Helsinki, showcasing some of his art. I really didn't know that he was such an artist. I thought he was mostly a dancer and a live performer in so many ways, but apparently he will be show. So people have so much hidden talent that we don't even know about. So this is a platform for discovering and showcasing all the talent that you have that you've not been able to showcase. People providing you the platform for it. The other live band that we are having will be OC and Fasokan up live right here during the AAMU festival, and you don't want to miss it. We're having so many collaborations, so many supporters, so many groups that are joining, and just to make sure that this thing happens, and it happens in a really, really enjoyable, really grand way. And that's that. Now remember, on the 7th of December, we've got AAMU Festival, the African Art and Music Festival. You want to be part of it, so don't miss it. I will be back again with a lot of all the other participants, all the artists, some of the organizers, and of course, I will get her. I know she's quite busy right now. A lot of stuff going on with her at the moment, so I'll get her to come. I'm talking about Shisha, and then you get to understand why she is the perfect choice for this festival this time, to be the host of the event. So much energy, so much knowledge. She's one of the smartest smartest women that I know in the field right now. So she has the energy. She's also like, a firebrand. So you'll get to meet her as the days proceed. So yeah, that's that for that. And I will talk to you guys quite soon. So go get your tickets right now. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.